I'm back. Here's Johnny. Here's Johnny. Driving with John is coming through. Hey everybody. As you can see, I'm back. And better than ever, I guess. Getting unloaded right now, so if you see a little shaking going on, that's what's going on. Shooting this on my new phone so that I can, test it out, see what you guys think, see if the quality's good. You can see kind of my new roof over here, my curtain. It's kind of a mess back there, so kind of got the curtain closed for that reason. But, so, it's been a while, and I made a video a while back about my new truck. You might not know what that means if you're not a truck driver. So, I'm going to break it down a little bit so that everybody understands. Because I know the truck drivers out there, I know you guys know, that means I'm an owner-operator. And you know exactly what that means, probably. But the non-truckers out there, what that means is, I bought my own truck, I quit working for a company, and now it's my own little business that I run under somebody else's umbrella. I'm contracted on with another carrier. And it's been amazing. It really has been. I'm not going to go into detail about my pay, but I will tell you it's been pretty good. Putting it lightly, it's been pretty good. There has been some problems, as you saw in the title there. What did I do? Did I make a mistake? When I first got my truck, the first day I went to go look at it, we went to get it started and it wouldn't start. So there was a battery cable loose. Okay, not the end of the world. But then it still wouldn't start. It sounded like it wasn't getting fuel. Now, this is not a good sign. You don't want to buy a truck that won't start. That's not a good sign. So, after some further looking into it, and they finally got it started, and ran it for a little while, then turned it off, and then went to start again, it wouldn't start. Like it didn't have fuel again, even though it did. So we figured out that it was probably the injectors in the cups, and they did some tests, they found out that's what it was. So I told them if they fixed it, I would buy it, because it's a $7,000 repair. But on the flip side, that's $7,000. It's a brand new injectors and cups, so I wouldn't have to worry about that for a while. And so that's, it's kind of like a bonus and a bad thing all at the same time. So they ended up fixing it, and I'm not going to lie to you, that weekend that I was waiting for them to fix my truck, I went back and forth. I looked at other trucks online. I actually at one point started to drive to see other trucks, but it wouldn't have worked out. And I don't know if it worked out or not, but my truck got done, and it started and it ran great and everything was good. So after jumping through all the hoops and ducking all the obstacles and going around everything I had to get around to get the truck financed and in my name, and so I bought the truck. And that's the truck, the video that you already saw. I'll probably throw a picture right about here so you can see it again. Love my truck. I'll tell you what, my title was kind of clickbaitish, but it really wasn't too, because about 3 or 4 days in of my Mack truck, sporting the gear, you know what I mean, about 3 or 4 days in with my Mack truck, and the check engine light came on. And it's, in my mind, it's not like your car. Like your car, your check engine light comes on, you get it checked out when you can. It's not the end of the world if you end up breaking down. It's not your livelihood. Well, in a truck, it is your livelihood. And if you break down, a tow can cost anywhere from $3,000 to $20,000 depending on where you are. So I don't know about you guys, but I ain't got $3,000 to $20,000 to throw around. So I went right to a Mack dealership right away, and they did a test on it, and they said it was a sensor that went bad. It's actually two sensors that do the in and the out, And so then we got those replaced. That was parts and labor somewhere around $1,600. 3 days after I bought the truck. So, you know, at that point I am thinking, that's why it's not clickbaitish, I am thinking, no, did I make a mistake? Oh my goodness, what did I do? But then I started driving and, you know, getting some good loads and getting, you know, and the difference between what I used to do and what I do now is I was paid by the mile. Now I'm paid by the load. So it doesn't really matter how far the load is going. It matters more how much I'm getting paid for that load and how many days it's going to take me. For instance, you know, before if I was making, let's say, just for easy numbers, if I was making 50 cents a mile and I drove 1,000 miles, that'd be $500. Well, 1,000 miles, you figure it's about 2 days' work. Is that right? Is that right? Yeah, I think that's right. Just whatever. For simple math, you get my point. Sorry, I just woke up, so my brain's a little bit foggy this morning. Well, with being an owner-operator, instead of getting paid that way, they say, okay, I have a load, and it's in, I don't know, make up a town, Chicago, Illinois, and it needs to go to, I don't know, in Indianapolis, Indiana, and, you know, that's this many miles, and we're going to pay you $4,000 to do it, or $3,000 to do it, whatever. So it doesn't matter how many miles it is, it's that ending price tag. Can I run that load with all my expenses and make money after they pay me that amount? That's what it comes down to, basically. So that's where I am now. And so not either one of those cities, but that's where I am as a driver. So that's the difference, basically. And I forget where I started on this tangent, but yeah, it's been quite interesting. So I went and got it checked out, and they replaced the sensors. Then about 3 days later, the light came on again. That's right, the same check engine light came on again. I was a little worried about it. So again, you know, it's my livelihood. So I pulled into a Mack dealership. I think I was in Wisconsin at that point, and whole day sitting at a dealership, and they did every test under the sun. I mean, they did part regens, they did crystal regens, they did all this different computer tests, they sent them to the engineers at Mack. They jumped through every hoop there was, and they found out that it was the same sensors I had already replaced. Luckily they were under warranty, so I didn't have to pay for any of that. But, so they replaced them again. So then, you know, they did a bunch of tests, and like I said, they checked with the engineers, and I finally got out on the road again. Everything was working great. Ran really, the Mack truck runs awesome. It's got power. You know, I was talking to somebody else recently that has a Mack truck, and we were joking. It's like, you know, I used to be the slow guy going up the hill, putt, in my Kenworth. Now, on a Mack truck, man, I'm passing those guys. I don't care how loaded I am. I'm like, whoa, right up the hill, no problem. It's got torque like crazy. But, yeah, so it's been running good since. I actually did have my check engine light come on again, but it's a, from what I understand, it's a false error, something like that. I don't know. Basically, a ghost light. It's gonna come on now and then, but I am gonna go get it checked out eventually, just not right this second, because, you know, you can go to the shop a million times and you can spend a lot of money, but you gotta make some money somewhere in there too. So that's what I'm doing. I'm making some money. So, all right, well, that's the first video I've made as an owner-operator. So, welcome to Driving with John, Owner-Operator Edition. Alright. We'll see y'all later. Maybe my next one will be a little bit better video, but I just wanted to put one out so everybody could, you know, see me and see what's going on. So, as for the wait for it game, I'm gonna wait until May to start that back up again. So this video right here may not have a wait for it in it. But I appreciate you watching to this point, and if you did, do me a favor, go down in that comment section and just say Mack Trucks rock. Mack Trucks rock. I just want you to say that. I want to see like so many comments just saying Mack Truck rocks. Alright, so comment below, Mack Truck rocks. Alright, you have a good rest of your day. To all my trucking buddies out there, keep those tires turning, stay right side up, and keep making the money. To all my non-trucking buddies out there, just stay safe, and always remember, we're not out here in your way. So try to be courteous to a truck driver. Alright, have a good rest of your day.